What the fuck is up, duelists, and welcome to Pot of Greed, the only Yu-Gi-Oh podcast sponsored by...
Officially sponsored.
Nope, okay, officially, yeah, right.
Officially
okay,
sponsored by Digimon Ghost Case.
What company does Kyoshiro work for?
Okay, let me retake that. Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Gaze. This is the podcast where we believe in the heart of the cards. I'm Emery. My pronouns are they, she, he.
I'm Morg. My pronouns are they, he.
I'm Elvire. My pronouns are they, she, he.
And we have a guest.
Surprising no one. I joined the funny clown episode. Hi, I'm Devon. My pronouns are he, him.
Friend of the show, Devon, famous freak enjoyer.
There is a freak in this episode.
Oh, there sure is.
Famous clown enjoyer?
Famous clown opinion haver on.
The thing about clowns is they're all freaks, so...
You know?
Some more than others.
Yeah.
Love this freak, though.
So, this was a very fun episode. This one, it had a clown in it. It had...
It's literally called Clown.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 vibes.
Oh, for sure. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Most of the other seasons, because we really had Ruli just decking for the win at the end there.
Literally, heart of the cards.
It was a shadow no game.
Yeah, we had Ruli just being like, I believe in my deck.
Exactly.
Yami no game.
God, you know, fucking Speaking of, I did just download Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 on a whim, like, yesterday, and I'm probably gonna watch it soon.
Nice.
Yeah, and you'll see this episode.
Yeah, I will. I can't believe they reanimated it. That's so poggers.
Even down to the cards being made of human souls.
God,
it really is Yu-Gi-Oh!
It
literally is.
Yeah.
This guy is Kaiba, even down to the fact that he has one eye.
Damn. You know?
Oh no.
One eye,
clown
like...
cartoon theme.
One eye, like Pegasus? You said Kaiba.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Pegasus. My brain doesn't work, you see?
It's too full of clowns.
Ruli boy!
No. I was like, that's Pegasus.
That is Pegasus.
Go ahead and play your next card, Ruli boy.
I will say the thing that separates this clown from Pegasus is this clown doesn't cheat.
Yeah, you know. I was surprised that he didn't.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was like, he's about to cheat. I was like, he about to cheat.
I also was waiting for it.
Yeah, there is no cheating. There is no trickery. He's just like, here's the rules, let's play.
Piemon respects the game.
Piemon better.
Do.
He does hurt his own allies without, like, being like, hey, fellas, I'm gonna up the stakes, but not with me, with you guys.
Also,
He told Rui.
He will literally stab his friend in the back and be like, what? It was part of the rules.
Them's the rules, man.
I've explained this. Don't hate to play your hate game.
apologies if I call him Paimon instead of Piemon, because in the English dub,
Listen.
he is Kaidemon because they fucking hate us. And, you know, that's what I grew up with.
Oh, I was just gonna call him Hisoka the whole episode.
Oh.
Great.
Oh,
yeah,
like
names
that.
literally aren't important. I just use the Japanese names and terminology because that's what I'm used to. It's really not important.
No.
Once again, we can do this Pot of Greed style where we just go back and forth however we feel like.
I mean,
Yeah,
we all watched
important.
the sub because that's all that exists.
I say names in a Dutch or a French way, so nobody's gonna judge you, Morg.
Piemon makes way more sense, though, is the thing, to me.
Yeah.
Because he could throw pies at you like a clown.
Even most localizations these days use a hideous mishmash of dub and sub terminology, so, it's fine.
I'm gonna
It's
call him
fine.
clown bitch. Like,
Clown, valid.
Game playing motherfucker over here.
That's what they should have said in the episode.
You guys like heights?
No.
You like balancing acts?
No.
Don't.
You like being forced into them against your will?
no.
No.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh.
fun. I'd love that.
Oh.
Well, do I have a fun opening for you?
Yeah. So we see a little kid just like standing on the precipice of a tightrope. There's a clown in front of him, a fucking big cat behind him. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. That's where clowns to the left of me, Link Swan to the right. That's where we're at
I'm
here.
in the middle
Yeah.
with you. The kid fucking falls, because
Yeah, he takes one step and immediately eats shit. As would I.
I would also,
Pathetic.
yes.
Fucking kid didn't master the balance beam at school, I see.
I didn't either. Listen.
I also didn't master that. I think I would have just chosen the lion, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be like, eat me, bitch.
I would simply beat the challenge by crawling across it on my hands and knees, like a little spider monkey.
I'm surprised no one tried that shit.
I would simply make friends with the lion and get out that way.
Yeah.
I would simply walk down the ladder.
I mean, they think it's a real ass lion. They think it's a real ass lion, to be fair.
I would just be like, "Hey, do you like scritchies? Let's work something out."
I have a big piece of salmon back in my house.
I have a big entire fish that you could put in your mouth and turn into a skeleton.
You like a big, juicy cartoon steak?
Yum, yum. Instead of seeing the kid fall to his death and or need a big juicy steak to put over his eye, they just got turned into a card. It was this weird black and white pattern, and then they got turned into a card, and they were
They were 2 seconds from hitting the ground, though. I have to
Yes.
it wasn't like they fall and immediately get turned into the
No.
card. It was about a touchdown.
it was
Yeah.
let's fuck with these kids and then make them a card.
Maximum terror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Diemon's a little freak.
pretty.
But yay, it's the circus! Everything's fun and great. We love the circus.
Oh my god, we love the circus.
We sure do. We love seeing lions literally sprout wings and flying around and being like, yeah, that's probably not an animal rights violation.
That's normal.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, I've been to the circus before. I feel like I would question if the lions grew wings.
I would just be like, oh, it's a hologram.
It's holograms. Don't worry about it.
I would just be
yeah.
like, it's a hologram.
These city holograms are amazing.
Also, the last time I went to a circus, I was a kid and I thought everything I saw was real. So,
Hell yeah.
That's fair. This is some Cirque du Soleil shit.
Yeah, no one questions anything in this world anymore. They all just point at it and say that's a hologram. That's
Wow.
what we're dealing with here, as they are right to do, because they're surrounded.
that Tokyo technology.
They're bombarded with ads from every angle, and they simply have to be like, yeah, I choose to not see this shit, because that's how we fucking survive in our hyper-capitalist hellscape.
So true, bestie.
Wow, so true.
I am wondering though, how fucked up do you have to look? How weird do you have to be in order to go to the circus and to have the owners of the circus look at you and be like, no, these are some very strange audience members.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because we've got a little freak all in white face paint and a hooded cloak being, just watching the entire audience on their security station cameras, and they they see the main, they see Hiro and Ruli and their respective Digimon, and they're like, that's funny. And he's like, hey, should we do something about this? And, Piemon's, like, human disguise form is like, nah, it's fine.
As long as they don't get in my way.
A dapper gentleman in the back is like, nah, it's cool.
We like some freaks in the circus. They can stay.
But yeah, we get a whole, like, rundown of why, like, Kiyoshiro isn't here, even though Jellymon wants to go to the circus. He's busy still. And
Is that forum gonna actually happen, you think? Or will it just keep being like, oh, Kiyoshiro is not in this episode because of this big forum?
It's fine. He's in the next one.
Jellymon is posting online that she hates her loser husband's anime obsession.
So true.
True.
She's sitting in the corner at the cons being like, I don't want to be here right now.
And Espimon is, like, still looking for the real hero, I guess.
Yeah,
While living in his house.
While living in his house, it's fine.
He lives with Hiro now. Yeah.
Disrespectful.
It's like, why are you here? Don't be rude and think I'm fake. Hello?
Yeah, could you imagine waking up every day and you, like, have to greet your, like, new roommate who's just like, wow, still looking for the real you?
The identity crisis. Oh my
if someone did that to me, I would simply shrug my shoulders and be like, well, I guess we're on some serial experiments lane shit. I'll probably start hallucinating real soon. Okay.
I guess I also need to
Great,
find the
can't
real
wait for
me.
my reality to fall apart.
Better not start building a
just
PC
give it on
anytime
hand.
soon.
Like, oh yeah, valid. I don't want to be me. So maybe I'm not me. That would actually be really good. Thanks, Espimon.
Thanks,
Wow.
Espimon.
Great.
Wow.
I love not having a sense of identity anymore. Thanks, Espimon.
Oh, God.
Me getting my taxes. Espimon said that wasn't me.
Sorry, Espimon said that I'm not on the lease.
Man. Committing tax evasion.
Yeah, so Kiyoshiro couldn't go to the circus because he had his form. Jellymon really wanted to go to the circus, so she was like, "Hey, Hiro, this boy doesn't want to go. Let's bisect a darling, so and drag him along with us."
Yeah, but then he's like, no.
She's trying to meet in the middle. She says you can do both.
Then he's
King Solomon over here.
King Solomon? Is this anything?
Oh. You know, if Jellymon would have been in this episode, she wouldn't have helped anyway. She would have been in the audience just munching on popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah, she would have enjoyed that so much.
She'd been like, this shit whips. Do a flip.
Yeah, add more swords.
She would have said that kid should have done a flip on his way down.
Jellymon would be like, why is it so hard to eat popcorn? And Hiro would be like, you gotta use your hands. You're trying to pick it up with your tentacles. And she would be like, I like my way better.
Do you think she can, like, electrocute the kernels to pop like popcorn?
Absolutely.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I have to assume so.
Should.
Oh, that whips.
She really is the best character, huh?
Yeah. That's why they have to constantly nerf her by having her wander off.
For real.
And lose every single fight she gets in.
Yeah, otherwise we would simply be looking at her for the entire show and not see any of the other freaks.
Yeah, the episode would be about 2 minutes long when she either cuts a deal with them to get in on their side business or she kills them outright.
So she just gets this shit beat up.
She would cut a deal with Piemon. That's
Yeah, she would sell the cards he makes.
Yeah, Jellymon would be like, you can't just go with like a regular 52 card deck these days. We gotta get a TCG going here. We gotta put these kids in foil packs.
she would. introduce the idea of booster packs.
Yeah, she would be like to Piemon what Konami was to Kazuki Takahashi. Be like, that's a great moneymaker you have there. Do you know how card games work?
Nope.
Piemon would be like, not really. She'd be like, great, we'll learn on the way.
Yeah, with swords.
Yeah.
We'll learn on the way, bud.
Swords are involved.
Anyway, Ruli picks up a card in this episode. We're gonna end up talking more about Jellymon, who isn't in this.
So they actually so they're like, after the performance, they're just like walking through the circus tents areas and stuff. Like there's just a bunch of things, and there's a dude like handing out cards. Like it just looks like someone who's in like a funny like a animal costume.
This is the Stranger Danger Bear.
This is the Stranger Danger Bear.
He gives a kid a card and then says, don't tell your parents about it, by the way.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's only for chosen girls and boys.
Don't let your parents know.
And then Ruli snatches one, and he's like, "Hey, wait, no, not you. I didn't.
You're too old.
Chosen. You're not a chosen kid. No." And Ruli's like, "Isn't it just promotional material?" And like, the little animal freak's like, yeah, that's what it is. And like, is kind of staring directly at Angoramon, who is like invisible to humans, but not to Digimon.
At this point, I don't know why Angoramon doesn't immediately just like say, "Are you a Digimon? Hey man. Hey man."
Because he's being respectful.
He's looking at Ruli. He's too busy.
Nah, he only has eyes for
Maybe
Ruli.
this Digimon just has a job. Maybe he wants to be normal.
Yeah, maybe this is just a normal Digimon.
Yeah. He's like, oh wow, look at this respectable Digimon with a respectable job.
Oh, Angoramon doesn't know that most Digimon don't know not to tell kids to not tell their parents. He simply doesn't know.
You would think he'd have learned.
I think he just didn't notice that he was staring directly at him. Because he was right behind Ruli, to be fair. And yeah. Do we just cut right to her room?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I was like, I think they just cut right to her room, and she fucking scans a QR code, and I'm like,
get
"You got
jump
a
scared.
virus. You're getting a virus, baby. You're gonna get a virus from doing that, even if it's like at a quote unquote legitimate circus. I don't trust this. I don't trust like that." But yeah, she does get jump scared,
It's a jump scare virus.
It sure is.
and
So her phone shuts off for a few seconds, and then she gets like a little screamer screen.
Well, except
then
when she
it's
like
like,
scans
well-
it does say, "Great, we'll come get you right now."
Yeah, she does have to consent though. She does have to say, yeah, I want to join.
I mean, yeah, that's the important part for later when the one guy says, "You guys all
That's
consented."
important. Yeah, this is your choice.
Who's the app monster for this app that just gives you a screamer and then tells a guy to show up at your house like 4 seconds later?
It's literally Piemon. We already know this.
You know? True.
He got a bunch of his goons together and say, "Please make a jump scare robot, thank you."
It'll be so funny.
It was.
So
it was funny.
So we see the guys named Flay Wizardmon and Tobu Catmon. Flay Wizardmon is just kind of like the fiery variant of Wizardmon, and Tobu Catmon is like this fucking 60s looking anime cat
Swords
with,
on their back.
And also like these like racing checkers kind of color pattern.
I like that it's like, oh wow, and then it does evil voice. Like at first it's like, I'm a funny little cat. Little fucking
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, you must be the girl who got that card. Should we kill her?"
essentially, yeah.
It's like, damn.
They're not even gonna pretend that this is a normal thing and that they could have just done a fake act. They could have just done a fake funny act and left it at that.
But it's fine because Paimon calls them on their funny card phone.
They do have a funny phone. They have a funny card phone, and he's like,
They sure.
no, ignore the girl.
So
I want that rabbit, though.
obsessed with cards.
I do want the rabbit. I think it would be funny if we use this Digimon later. And so Angoromon gets put into a box.
We don't have a rabbit coming out of a hat act yet. Can you please get that rabbit?
Yeah. So yeah, they literally put like, you know, a magician like trick box around Angoromon, and it just appears, and you know, Flay Wizardmon is like being a freak about it, you know, just like fucking twirling his matchstick in his fingers, and you know, like opening the panels on the box, being like, "See, no tricks here."
Yeah, no reason he needs to do this. They could just leave,
He's
but
gone.
he
Not
is
at
a
all.
wizard, so he's like, I gotta. It's in the contract.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
are so committed to the bit. I respect them so.
I know. I love them. I love when wizards are like, I gotta do the bit.
Yeah.
I hate when wizards actually kidnap children, though.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's
Hey,
less
what if-
fun.
What if Paimon and Wizardmon watched their Prestige together?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I feel like
shit.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
This episode should have had two Paimons competing.
God.
No. Oh my god.
Oh.
I've been
It's
activated,
a
thank
movie
you.
Yeah,
that, I think Christopher Nolan made.
there should have been two Paimons competing, and then the twist that is that actually there's three Paimons.
Yeah.
And then the second twist is that there's actually like 302 Paimons.
Exactly.
God, it's been so long since I've
Right,
seen
I
it.
know everything about this movie that I need to know now.
Oh, do you want me to read you the plot synopsis for the movie The Prestige during this episode?
No, I'm
Tesla
fine.
Jellymon is just out there building like a funny teleportation machine.
Her name is literally.
Yeah, but she doesn't know it works because it's teleporting things like 30 feet to the left.
Yeah. She's like, my machine works perfectly. I don't see any problems with it. If you think it's bad that it makes a copy of you, maybe that's your problem.
Maybe you should just kill them immediately.
Just kill them.
Yeah.
It's normal.
It's not like it's hard or anything.
Just put a
kill
trap
them.
door under them. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just drown them or whatever. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
It's a good movie. It's like bad, but it's good.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we actually start publishing We Rate Queerbait episodes, because that is one.
Is it?
We
Yes,
Sure is.
it's about a gay romance.
Yeah,
you need to
it
rewatch
is.
that movie.
No, I remember. Like, I very vaguely remember that, but like, I just didn't think about the fact that you were gonna do it. Like, this.
The
soon.
motif is like these guys read each other's diaries to each other that they wrote for each other.
Yeah, that's extremely gay. That's so gay.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's gay to hate somebody. It's fine.
There's nothing more gay than having a nemesis.
What if it was the clones in love?
Oh, what if a bunch of Hugh Jackman clones were all in love?
Yeah.
And they were beautiful in the moonlight.
I'm gonna
God.
write a Prestige too.
Oh god. What the fuck? Oh yeah, so they end up in like the ring, like the circus ring, the center. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Ring, right?
Yeah, and
It-
Goromon and a
the
bunch of
ring.
kids.
Yeah. I was second guessing myself because I was like, wait, the ring is like what you call a wrestler thing.
No, it's the ring. I know this from that Britney Spears song.
What is wrestling if not a circus?
So true. Yeah. And there's just like a bunch of kids and they're like, wow, what are we waiting for? And they're ignoring Angoromon, who's stuck in the box still. Pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, he just lives there now.
He just lives
And a
there.
funny man appears at the top of the high wire and is like, who's first?
Who's gonna walk the tightrope first.
Who wants to go first?
And then he just poofs someone up there, and it's like,
Yeah.
haha.
First we do get the shady hooded cloak guy from earlier turning
yeah.
into Mephismon.
Dude, I love
Mephismon, who is rad as fuck. Mephismon, who is rad as fuck, and I think got perfect ratings in our game of Smash or Pass that we played.
God damn it.
Oh, it's so sad I missed that. I looked at some of the images and I was like, I would have answered.
Mephismon is a really good design, is the thing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, just like a fucking goat demon, he's sick as fuck.
When we get to it, when Piemon reveals his true visage, I did say pass when we showed him at the Smash and Pass game. This episode's trying to do a lot of work to make me change that answer.
Yeah,
They heard you. They heard.
They're giving him model lighting.
God, they sure
Like,
are.
I fucking said they're really just like doing Hisoka, but what if he wasn't a pedophile? Which is the correct way of doing Hisoka. Sorry, Togashi, you fucked up.
Yeah, which makes me like the character.
Yeah.
Genuinely, if you want to make your character likable, don't make them a pedophile.
Do you know who's a good...
Yeah, one simple trick.
Yeah, it's like a very simple list I have.
Do you know who's like a weird clown that I do like, because I haven't seen enough of the show yet, is Marsco Mathers. Fucking holy shit. You would think because I watched the fucking ReZero for the fucking show I do, I would remember his name correctly. Oh my god. I'm just like ReZero clown. Roswell Mathers. Sorry.
That fucking guy, yeah.
Oh yeah, that fucking dude.
He's different. He's a
this guy
different
looks
vibe.
like a slut.
He's a different vibe, but he's still like a clown that isn't a pedophile, so...
Yeah, he looks like clown slut, but trying to be gentleman about it.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, so, but back
Like trying to show up and say, I'm a respected member of society, but everyone's like, you look like that, though.
Biak to Piemon. I don't know why I said Biak.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Devon, I've got the perfect premise for your Prestige sequel. Want to hear it?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, so fucking Hugh Jackman, right?
Mhm.
He faked his own death. He's living a different identity now, but he wants to get back into the game. He wants to be a performer again because he lives for that shit. He needs
Yeah, he lives
that
for the
audience
drama.
go wild. Yeah, but he can't just go back to being a magician. What if someone recognized him? What if his fake mustache fell off in the middle of a play and everyone pointed and said, "Hey, that's the guy who supposedly got murdered in a big tank of water," and then Hugh Jackman would be like, "Uh-oh," and run away.
Yeah.
So instead of becoming a magician,
Comes a clown.
he's a clown.
Yeah. Clown time.
And, he's doing his shtick, and then...
But he still can't stand it because everyone thinks he's just a clown.
Yeah, exactly, and then rival clown appears, starts stealing his act, kills his wife again somehow, and
That he somehow got.
guess what? When that makeup comes off, baby, Christian Bale.
God.
And it turns out Christian Bale was actually triplets.
Oh, fuck, they're still doing it. They're still at it.
He's like, I'll just go get the other one.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, dude.
What a stupid movie.
What a dumb. It would be funny if Hugh Jackman was a clown, though.
He would hate it too because he's like, no one cares about the man in the makeup.
God damn it.
Mhm,
They
Yeah.
don't- no one cares about the man in the comical large red shoes.
Let's talk about Piemon.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Because I do in fact care about this comical man.
Yeah, let's talk about the guy who loves being a clown. So he makes the kid walk the tightrope. The acrophobia vibes are strong. They're really like, using the expressiveness of the character and the camera angles to be like, oh, it's fucked up to walk a tightrope. Isn't that scary? And I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
I hate it.
Yes, it's awful. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't need that much details. I believed you from the first second.
I believed you from saying high up.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not, like, as afraid of heights, but 2 episodes from now when we get to the eye episode, I'm gonna have some problems.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that one looked viscerally unpleasant.
I'm so excited for that. I love some fucked up eye shit.
I do too, but I'm also slightly afraid. Like, I like it and I hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's the marker of a good
Yeah,
episode.
That's how we all are about horror shit.
Listen, speaking of horny stuff on our Discord, I definitely marked too many eyes on my Monster Fucker bingo card.
Listen.
So
It can be really hot.
That's
Listen.
the first one I marked. You did mark. You did mark that.
I did.
hell
Let's
yeah.
The thing about it is, I think we all grew up forged in the fire of anime characters have glowy, cool eyes and shit like that, so it probably ruined us forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's way worse. If it was like if it was holes instead of eyes, I would be way more grossed out. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, no, I'm stopping at that one. I'm not messing with that.
I don't know if I'd be able to watch that episode. I would try. Clowns though.
So yeah, kid falls off the tightrope. Piemon turns them into a card and is like, "Ah, dang it! This is a duplicate. I already have one of those." Well, that's
Dang it, another summon skull. I don't need him for my deck.
Didn't the kid get like chased by a lion, and we figure like then they like turn the lion into a Digimon? Does that happen here?
Yeah, the thing is, like, all these little figures we recognize from the circus are actually Digimon. Like, the hooded guy is Mephismon, like, the mascot is Opossumon, Flay-Wizardmon and Tobu Catmon were also, like, figures in the
Wizardmon was the ring mask,
and
was the lion tamer.
One of the lion, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess Tobu Catmon was one of the lions, and Lynxmon was the other.
Yeah.
I assume so. Just everyone involved in the circus is a Digimon. Even if we didn't see them change, they were a Digimon.
Yeah, and, anytime they, like, change forms, like, they go into one of those trick boxes that just materializes around them, and then that's what changes them. So Piemon is, like, the one doing all the disguises for them, apparently.
He's magic, and
he's
when
magic.
he exposes himself as Piemon, like, and Goromon is like, "Shit, I know you! You're a fucking crazy wizard man."
And Piemon's like, yeah,
And Goromon,
yeah, I am.
I was just gonna say that Piemon is really carrying this entire episode by doing the absolute most that he can.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
He's not half-assing this. He's really going above and beyond with the bit, and I love it.
I think
so
this is the next part, but, like, one of the kids, like a little girl, fully gets across the tightrope, and she's like, she gets to Piemon, and she's like, hugging his leg and like begging to go home and crying, and he just looks at her and is like, "Why?" and turns her into a card. Like, truly, just like, why would I do that? I never promised any of that.
Yeah, and like the scene where she's hugging his leg, like, really hit me, because, like, yeah, if you're up high, you fucking grab onto something and don't let go, even if it's a fucking sicko. Like, yeah, what else are you gonna do?
It is like finding the one source of stability, and that piece of stability is just like, I'm not your friend, by the way.
Friend,
think this
I'm
is
just
also
here to turn you
where-
into a card, and she gets turned into a face card, and he's like, "Ah, cool, a face card I don't have yet."
He's like, "Oh, a Jack of Hearts, that shit whips."
He wanted face cards.
Was it Jack? It was Ace.
No, it was a
Or is that
Jack.
the same thing.
It was a Jack.
It was a Jack.
Jack.
No, they're different.
He has the two aces.
It goes Jack, Queen, King, Ace. But yeah, so people who are like braver are more likely to turn into face cards. Who knows? how he doesn't even seem
to a face guard.
he doesn't seem to even know how his magic works, and that's fine.
He's like, oh, surprise!
He's like, yeah, the RNG is a black box. All I know is that kids who make it across the tightrope are usually 4 stars or better.
Yeah. Right.
Paimon's turning this into a gacha game.
Oh God.
Do you guys like Airdramon Uber?
Yeah.
I sure do.
Yeah.
How does Ruli get a hold of Airdramon when Angoramon is not there?
Calls him on the phone.
Yeah.
He has a phone?
Don't have
Yeah.
cell phone, probably.
She hits that Uber app and is like, come through.
And they're BFFs. They probably meet up.
I mean, they're like friends now. Like Airdramon and Ruli are like BFFs. So like, he probably is just like, yeah, I'm in this area a lot, so just come find me.
Mm-hmm. Ruli just stands on her roof and says, "Hey, I hope it would be really sick if a cool godlike figure whomst I respect so much showed up." And then Airdramon just zooms in, is like, "Oh, you do?"
The thing about that is I look at Ruli and I can't believe she is ever sitting there being like, oh man, you're such a cool godlike figure. I think she just says, hey, come through.
Yeah, you know what?
Everyone else has to praise him. She doesn't.
She just respects him enough without having to be
Yeah.
like, you're a god. She's just like, yeah, you're cool.
Yeah, they both know not
like,
to mess
oh,
with each
cool.
other.
Yeah, Ruli is an exception. She do get special privileges of not having to call him a god every time she speaks to him.
But yeah, they all fly, and it's Ruli, Hero, and Gamamon, and they're all flying to the circus. And
I think they're just in time to see
To see a bunny.
Goramon get turned into an actual bunny.
Goramon, actual bunny.
Actual bunny. He's so fluffy.
This was probably the most unpleasant part of the episode. Because Paimon is like, I want you to be our mascot real quick. So he puts a little cloak over his box, and then he says, 1, 2, 3, and we see what's going on the inside, and it is Angoramon is literally being like twisted and ripped apart.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like remolded, and it sounds like he is in agony.
We get some body horror.
It's too bad because he comes out as a cute little bunny.
Oh, he is adorable.
He's already cute, but it's like, oh, he's small now and like a funny like Banui shape. So
And
it's,
somehow fluffier.
It's like,
yeah, he somehow looks fluffier, probably just because he's smaller. But it's like, oh, they just made him a real ass animal. Okay, sure.
like, I'm sorry, Angoramon, that must have been horrifying to go through, and it can't have been fun for you to actually be a rabbit, but damn, that was adorable.
Yeah.
He's just a little guy.
Really?
He's just a little guy.
It is sad because he is held by his ears like the whole time by like
Yeah.
Asamon or something, I think.
Yeah, out of
And
pocket.
Gamamon reminds us that he is in fact the vibe expert, because he looks at the rabbit who is obviously Angoramon, who we just saw Angoramon turn into, and says, That's Angoramon. Like,
I mean, he's right.
damn little guy, good job. You got it.
Do you think he says that every time he sees a rabbit, though?
So funny.
No, I think he sees the vibes. I think he could
too.
mistake a regular rabbit for Angoramon, like, if the vibes are chill enough, you know?
Yeah, it'd be a really cool rabbit.
Ah, true. He sees a chill rabbit and he's like, Angoramon, question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sees a rabbit smoking some weed, and he's like, yeah, that's him.
Even though the Angoramon rabbit like has Angoramon's face, it's like, no, he might still mistake a regular rabbit because he's like, oh, that's a chill bunny. That's my friend Angoramon.
Oh, what a great way to learn that Gamamon actually has face blindness and he just reads everyone by vibes.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how he knew who Hero was when he was making that fucking sicko face a few episodes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
He's like, I don't need to see your face. I just need to know the vibes.
Yes, exactly. Zengormon?
I
Digivolve?
think
No,
No,
he's still
Gabumon.
Rabbit.
What?
Gabumon.
Oh my god, I said the wrong Digimon. My brain said Gamamon Digivolves into Battle Gamamon, but my mouth said Angoramon. Ugh.
yeah, we get
They're all a lot of syllables. It's
we get
fine.
battle.
Yeah, that's where they are. All the circus people are like, oh shit, evolution. That's fun.
Nice. And Piemon is like, yeah, let them through. This could be fun.
Piemon's like, yeah, I'm a little bored right now. And he explains his thesis, which is the strongest rules and gets to make the rule. And I'm the strongest, so I get to make the rules, which is humans become my TCG cards.
And Hero's like, what if you just haven't fought the right human yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Piemon says, actually, there's no one stronger than me. No one can beat me. It's never gonna happen. And Hero in Crollo Lucifer voice says, oh, really?
He says, but what if it did? What if it did happen? And Piemon's like, shit, you got me, man.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
the most badass thing.
Mephismon is just kind of like, how dare you, you little human. He would never be goaded in. And Piemon's like, no, wait a minute. Let him speak.
Yeah.
Piem's like, yeah, I've never faced a human before. You are correct, little boy. Let's try this.
And Mephismon is so mad. He's like, damn, I've been waiting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With this dude for so long. I've been trying so hard to get into his inner circle to fucking go to his poker night.
Yeah, so
And he just lets this kid in, like, for free.
it sounds like that before when they were talking, like the Digimon were talking to the kids and Angoramon, they were like, yeah, we might even get turned into cards. So it sounds like they just play the game and lose to Piemon and get turned into cards and they love it. Like, that's just what they want to do. They just want to be Piemon's cards. And
they're simping very hard.
they're
Quick question.
simping so hard.
Evolution lines. Can each of these Digimon in a way become Paimon? Because I'm wondering if the game is, if you beat Paimon, you get to evolve into Paimon and be the new leader of the troop.
Whoa.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, evolution lines are real stupid in that they're basically different in, like, every version of the continuity.
Yeah, who knows?
So you could be correct.
Great, so I'm gonna assume my thing is canon and that they're all like, I want to become the new Paimon. I should get to play you in the card game first.
I think it's way funnier that they
Yeah.
just simp for him so hard and like.
No, I also think they simp for him.
Fair enough.
It's like a win-win for them. Either they simp and
Yeah.
become cards, or they win and become him.
Yeah.
And then they'll simp for themselves.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you know, all the other Digimon are like, hey, we want to fight this Betelgeumamon guy, like, what the fuck? And Piemon's like, okay, you can still do that, like,
Yeah,
he's
whoever
like,
beats
okay.
we'll just be playing our card game.
whoever beats Betelgeumamon can battle me next in the card game after I beat this human.
Yeah, it gets to be in the next show, because I guess he's always performing.
He's always
Yeah, me too.
performing.
Yeah.
That's just
People are
life.
always taking pics.
I'm always performing, pretending to be sis.
I was also thinking performing heterosexuality
Yeah.
so people don't catch on.
Yeah, Paimon is just being an ally. He says, don't worry, we're all performing.
Yeah.
What a good ally.
But I'm doing it best.
Of course.
And this is where Yu-Gi-Oh starts. Because
This
we get
is
a
where
rules
Yu-Gi-Oh starts.
we get a rules explanation.
Well,
Yeah,
we
he
get-
teleports Ruli and like,
Yeah, Ruli says, okay, I'll do the card game. Hero, you go help Betelgeumamon. So now Ruli is playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah, she gets teleported to a stage.
even though Hero was the one that was like, Hiro is the one that was like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it. And it's like, no. We gotta see Ruli be a badass while you do that stupid fight.
We do, and we love it.
That ain't your Digimon who's a bunny.
Yeah, I zoned out during the explanation though, because I was like, it's the highest card. What more rules could I possibly have to remember?
Yeah.
If you lose, it's bad. If you win, it's good.
Yeah.
And this is where...
Piemon says it's not really a game if you're using strategy. It's all top decking.
Also, he
This
says
is-
ace high.
Piemon only plays Exodia deck
Oh, that's so fucking true.
and doesn't have any card draw strategy.
He does have-
He just assumes that'll get it within the first few turns.
He normally does.
He does have clowns in his deck,
Yeah.
though, too. Like, he has Saggy the clown and stuff like that, though.
Yeah.
Before the game actually started, I thought he was gonna cheat because
Me
he
too.
knew the souls
Yeah.
of all the cards,
course.
and he'd be able to tell which were the face cards because he knew which humans he turned into face cards. But no, he genuinely picked them at random.
No, he's
Yeah,
just
I was
nice.
Very surprised. I was very surprised. And
Again, he loves the fucking
I
game.
thought,
He just wants to see that RNG.
There is no disrespect in the game.
for some reason he was going to do like magic or whatever to like know his card ahead of time. But
Mhm.
Ruli was going to somehow be told by the cards because she does like touch the card and she knows immediately like they're talking to her and they're like people and she's like
Less talking
shit,
to her,
it's not
more
just that
screaming
one
out in
thing.
agony.
Yeah.
yeah, yelling to her.
Although to be fair, if I were turned into a playing card, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, pick me. I'm a face card." I would be like, "Hey, get me the fuck out of here." What?
No, that makes way more sense. It makes sense that they were just yelling.
Hey, this is super fucked up.
But for some reason, that was my thought. Like, oh, she's gonna know because of this, and he's gonna... But no, they just play it straight up, and it's great because when she realizes they're people, she's like, okay, if I win, you gotta turn all these back into people also. And so he's like, oh, we're gonna up the stakes? Okay, let's fucking do it, and make some swords appear above her head.
Yeah, he plays Swords of Revealing Light, by which I mean
Yeah.
he summons a bunch of fucking daggers and says,
Swords of Revealing Blight.
I was gonna say swords of piercing light.
"Yeah, for each round I'm gonna shoot one of these fucking swords." And, then, Ruli flips a card and, like, loses the round. And then he just shoots a fucking sword at Betelgeumamon and it goes clean through his arm. And I'm
Yeah.
like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, he says, hey, Ruli, do you know how this card works in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sword of Revealing Light? And she's like, yeah, it prevents attacking for 3 turns. He's like, yeah, it prevents attacking. And then he shoots one through Betelgeumamon's head as he's attacking.
Yeah, So yeah, like, while this is going on, like, Betelgeumamon has been fighting Flaywizardmon, and it's like, oh, well, now he has to do that with a fucking sword through his arm. Great.
Yeah, Ruli's like panicking, like, oh god, I'm gonna fucking hurt Betelgeumamon by losing or something.
Ruli and Hiro are like, no, we're good, just fucking fight.
Yeah, Gamamon is like, no. Just focus on your game. I could do this. And she does, and so Piemon goes first, because if you win the round, you go first, and he does like a little card, and she beats him. Wow!
Yeah.
Yeah. None of us were expecting that.
Ruli wins 2 rounds. His little henchmen are like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why are you losing, man?
They get swords through them.
Yeah, when Ruli wins a round, Piemon just fucking stabs Flaywizardmon directly through the back, and then, like, Betelgeumamon beats him, and then has to fight Lynxmon, and then the next round, like, a fucking sword goes through Lynxmon, so...
Yeah, and
Yeah. He's like, nah, I gotta do the
And
rules.
Piemon is having the time of his life. He's sitting there, he's being a sicko. He's just like, oh, the game of life and death, of using lives to make cards and knowing their lives in your hand. It feels so great. There's nothing better. And Ruli's like, man, that's really selfish. And he just says, play the damn game.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think what like the hobbyist equivalent of this is. He's like, no, all my Pokemon cards have to be first printing. It's not fun the other way. It's gotta be like a holographic Charizard that costs $50,000. Otherwise, you're not really playing.
I mean, if we're really doing the hobbyist, like, who's like a weird sicko like this guy is a bone collector. He's like, I got all these bones, asterisk, legally, and it's fine, actually, and you shouldn't question me about them.
So true.
And everyone's like, that's real messed up, dude, and he's just like, you just not into it.
Listen, bone collecting... I know someone that, like, does it, so I'm like, no, it's kind of cool in, like, a fucked up way. They only use roadkill, though.
Yeah, as long as you, like, get those bones, you know. He probably just goes at...
Cool, but Piemon wouldn't be normal about it.
Yeah, he wouldn't just use roadkill. He would, like, fucking kill the animal himself. But... So he wins a second round, so it's like 2-2, and so it could be anyone's match. And since he won it, he gets to go first, and he pulls a king.
And we did establish earlier that the only card that beats a king is an ace, so
Ace high.
Ruli's got some... Yeah, Ruli only has 2 cards left, and it's like, ooh, her odds are looking pretty bad.
She's panicking. She's trying to choose between 2 cards, and she's not having a good time. Paimon, on the other hand, is feeling radiant.
Yeah, here's what I thought was gonna happen. So, like, Piemon is having a great time. He's like, damn, you're a pretty brave kid. I'd bet you'd be a face card, maybe even an ace. I thought Ruli was just gonna be like, okay, fuck these face downs. I play myself.
Oh, that would have been so good.
That would be sick. That would be so
That would have been so fucking sick. I wanted her to be just like, okay, turn me into a card.
I thought she was going to hear the voices of the cards again and realize who was the brave, or she was going to hear like the little girl who turned into like, oh wait, no, she turned into a Jack. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wrong, because I thought that was the card from the beginning, but it wasn't. It would have been cool, though. Would have been better.
Yeah, if she like heard their voice.
I would have liked it if it were... Yeah, I would have liked it if it were something other than just like, you know, luck of the draw top decking. You know.
Well, she believed in the heart of the cards.
Yeah, she did.
If it was like, oh, she believed that she would be an ace, like he said, and like she would just use herself, and she'd be like, okay, do it. You gotta turn me back if I'm an ace, though. Like,
Or if it, like, one of her friends was turned to a card and she could hear their voice and was like, well, I know my friend's a fucking ace.
Yeah, something like that.
Except it would have to be Kirishiro, and he's not an ace, I'm sorry.
She has other friends.
It's like a 4.
True.
She flips over Kiyoshiro's card and she's like, a 4? Come on.
No, yeah, I guess it could be one of her friends. That would actually be cute, too. But, I still cheered, even though I was like, I knew this was gonna happen, and I'm still cheering about it. Whatever, fuck it.
Oh yeah, this episode
got into it.
Yeah,
This episode does to me what a good episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Does to me, in which it makes me feel like playing a children's card game is the only thing you should do in your life.
Yeah.
Drawing a card, placing it on like a board, doing life points to your opponent, it makes you feel like a god.
Yeah, like fucking drawing. Yeah, like fucking drawing that winning card in a critical moment is the sickest thing anyone has ever done.
I wish I could be like that guy in that video that could like make the life point going down noise with his mouth. Have you seen that?
So good.
I'll try to find it after. I'll try to find it after this, but like I wish I could do that for the fucking podcast, because I'd be sick if I just was like
I would do that every time I took damage in a tabletop RPG.
Yeah.
Me too.
Speaking of someone who played the game of the Pokemon card game once in a tournament, because a friend asked me to, and who got to the finals off of a deck I bought that day, there is no better feeling than like drawing the exact card you need to win literally at the last possible turn when the other person needed one more card too.
Hell yeah.
I still think about that day all the time.
Honestly,
God.
I would be fucking... Yeah, I would be so excited.
I felt so strong that day. They were like, oh, how long have you been playing? I'm like, I just started today in this deck I just bought. And they were like, how did you manage that? And I'm like, I believed in the heart of the fucking cards.
Beginner's luck.
Literally beginner's luck. There is no other thing to say other than beginner's luck.
I would be insufferable.
I mean, Pokemon doesn't have...
It would be insufferable if that happened to me.
What if Pokemon did have the heart of the cards? It should.
Every card game has heart of the cards.
It should.
Everything should.
Pokemon, I assume it does. Clearly, it worked for...
It worked for Ash, yeah.
I lost my train of thought because Pokemon is not a card game. So it could...
I mean, it is and it isn't,
Listen.
right? Like, there is a card game, but there's not an anime based on the card game, you know?
And could you imagine if Ash just picks up the Pokemon card game in the real Pokemon world?
Fuck. That'd be so funny. It would probably just be like, oh, I'm gonna play a funny game with my friends.
And then he realizes that
probably-
Pokemon
Ash
souls are in the
definitely
cards.
wouldn't know how to play.
He definitely doesn't know how to play.
Ash definitely wouldn't know how to play. He would definitely be like, why the fuck are there 2 energy cards in every pack? Like, they don't do anything.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is a resource system?
God.
He would love Yu-Gi-Oh, though.
I do like the idea of him, like, playing against a Pokemon. Like, he played against Mewtwo or something.
He would lose against me.
Oh, he would lose so hard against Mewtwo.
Yeah. Mewtwo could clearly just do the Maximilian Pegasus thing of knowing what all of your cards are.
Mewtwo would, like,
Yeah.
defeat him in, like, one game that he was like, now I'm going to take your soul human, but then he doesn't for some odd reason. And then Ash comes back and Mewtwo's like, I already know your deck, I already know your cards, it's fine. And then Ash is like, I'm believing in my cards right now, and then draws Pikachu Volt Tackle
Hell yeah.
and wins.
Imagine how cool Mewtwo would look shuffling his deck with telekinesis.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine the Lucario duel where he's just like, I know what card I'm going to draw by its aura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, once I'm done writing my Prestige 2 script, I'm about to write the Pokemon TCG show.
Oh, what's her name? I forgot her name. Oh, the one who worked with Suns that had the Harpy deck.
Oh,
May?
May.
Yeah, my Valentine. That would
least
be
the
the
name.
equivalent, right, of Lucario looking at the auras.
Yeah.
Oh, with the smell. Yeah, kind
With the
of.
smells.
Except, yeah, kind of, yeah.
I miss early Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every character said, oh, I'm psychic, I have magic powers, and it turns out they were just cheating in the stupidest way.
Gamamon uses his vibe check to figure out what card to draw next.
Hero doesn't cheat
God.
at all.
I would not be able to
No.
walk within 15 feet of my Valentine. I would smell all those perfumes mixed together and simply hurl.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how anyone gets near Mount Valentine's deck.
Tumblr gave me a news article, I think it was yesterday, that was like this guy supposedly cheated at chess by using vibrating anal beads, I guess.
Yes, I also
Yeah, that
saw
was me.
I want to look it up. I want to look it up and know if it's real. But on the other hand, what if it's not real? I'll be devastated if it's not real. I'll be so sad.
Well, it was true, because that was me.
My friend said that there are a lot of rumors like that for chess, but I just want it to be real, so it is real, you know? Like, it's real to me.
I also want it to be real.
How does that work exactly?
It's real to me.
It's real in my heart. I believe in the heart of the cheating at chess with vibrating anal beads.
God.
How does that work exactly? How do you, like...
I don't know.
It vibrates and it's connected to a computer who's like simulating what moves you could do.
God.
I guess
Based
it
on-
works with remembering a lot of vibration.
So you gotta remember the vibrations in your ass to figure out what move you can do?
It takes a lot of practice.
I feel like you could just learn the game of chess in that amount of time.
Yeah. But what if you really didn't want to?
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's unfortunately, I'm not sure the logistics, but boy, I want it to be true, so it is.
I want it to be true. It sounds like such anime bullshit.
Well, great news, you guys. I'm going to make it true. I'm about to go learn the game of chess with vibrating anal beads. Be back in a few days.
So much.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
I'm saluting.
Oh my god.
Downloading the chess and Love Sense app at the same time.
Does this mean Deep Blue is the world's first sex bot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
The Mechanical Turk was actually jerking the guy off down there.
That's how it works.
I don't know
What
why that got me.
Powered by.
Fucking... Yeah, so really got her ace.
Oh yeah, Digimon.
At Digimon. Nothing to do with chess, nothing to do with Pokemon TCG or Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, it's kind of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but...
A little to do with
This
Yu-Gi-Oh!
episode's for the gamers. We're covering it all.
We gotta talk about Magic the Gathering next. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, I somewhat
neither.
remember how to play Magic the Gathering. I could bullshit my way through an episode.
I played, like, once.
All I remember about Magic the Gathering is every time you draw your opening hand, it's either like 4 land or none land. And
Yeah.
either way, it's completely
Yeah, it's complete
Yeah.
garbage every time, and you just gotta smile through it.
It's different rules than Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I did get into a little fight with someone because I was wrong about the rules of tapping and untapping because
Oops.
I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With my Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, you thought it was like, oh, this is defense and offense, obviously. No.
That's
You see,
exactly
that's the thing. I can never go to a regular card game that's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Because people would be like, here's your resource system and how you use it. And I'd be like, I don't want to know about any of that. I want to play as many cards as fast as possible, thanks.
I want all my cards
Yeah.
on the field to have a little bit of text on it.
I want all the cards on the field to be an entire book, thanks.
Devon play Cup of Greed? Everyone joined
Have
the
you
Cup of
played-
Greed tournament.
Yeah, everyone just play Cup of Greed.
I played 2 years ago. It was fun. It was.
I can never figure out a good Yugi Sona by the time Cup of Greed rolls around, so I just don't.
Yeah,
Just
I wanted to play Cup of Greed, but picking an archetype is way too much pressure. I don't know what any of them are or how they work.
play the...
Mary has a lot of decks.
My problem is that I think of an archetype and then I realize it technically wasn't out by the time that, like, the where they are comes around, and I'm like, oh, so I guess I can't play that archetype.
Mary always shares those decks. So
I simply don't know anything about the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I refuse to learn, which
That's
is,
good.
Which is really antithetical to me joining a tournament.
no, that would be great because no one really understands Yu-Gi-Oh!
Literally,
They have people come in that, like, don't know what they're doing. Like, there's people to, like, kind of help you out.
Yeah.
But, I also was gonna say, like, if anyone listens to this episode and joins Cup of Greed because they hear about it, that's the Pot of Greed, podcasts, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament they do every year. I would be so happy if I, like, got someone in because they listen to this show. Even if it was one of
just
you.
joins the Discord and is like, I came here because of Digimon.
Yeah!
God.
Oh, that would be so cool. But I think the overlap is a circle right now.
Probably.
Fucked up.
Probably. Yeah. I don't know if there's any people listening to this who aren't already listening to Pot of Greed.
I said
And
so.
if there are, go listen to fucking Pot of Greed.
I
It's
said, so
good.
do this for me. I know you're listening to this episode.
If you're going
Do
through
this
your
for
world,
me.
if you're going through your life listening to this, but you don't know about the time Kaiba cured his mental illness by blowing up an island, you need to.
God, I'm so behind in GX, but I will never forget about Kaiba curing his mental illness.
I think about it near constantly because I think that was the episode that like had people asking me at work if I was okay.
Great.
You're like, no, I'm not. Hey, come listen to this podcast.
Yeah, I experienced the terror of trying to explain to people, being like, I'm listening to a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast right now, and they are talking about curing your mental illness by blowing up an island.
But also, I'm saying, like, even if people listen to Pot of Greed, like, maybe they were like, I don't know if I should join Cup of Greed. Because I'm probably not going to, but, you should join it anyway. Try it once. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll eventually will.
Ruli, is planning...
Yeah, let's... fucking Digimon, remember that show?
The what?
Hey, this is on you guys.
You know, yeah. So yeah, they were playing on the game on a big platform, and since Ruli wins, you know, like the platform lowers to the ground, and
Paimon isn't
the
mad.
swords that are impaling 3 people at Paimon is extremely not mad about it. Like, but for real, he's like, damn, that was such a good game. I love to play it. Good job winning. He's very nice about it.
Paimon is the guy you play like an online video game with, and he always just sends you a thumbs up no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's so respectful.
You can't tell if it's like being ironic though.
He says GG even if he's playing Ranbats on Pokemon Showdown. Like, you're like, oh, okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, cool, man.
So, do you know who is not mad?
He is the only gamer in the world who respects women.
God.
So fucking true.
So, do you know who's not mad in the other sense of the word of like, I'm not mad, but I'm freaking mad? It's
Mephismon is about to say a gamer word.
Memphis about to say a fucking slur.
He sure is. Damn, I would have to revoke my smash if that were the case.
But he didn't, luckily. So, because...
Lemortmon stops him from saying it.
Yeah.
Lemortmon and Piemon both stop him.
He gets decked before he says it, but it's still correct to do.
Piemon could have stopped it at any time, but he does let Lemortmon go completely sicko mode for a second.
It's funny.
This is the point of the episode where Ruli and I mind melded, because Angoromon's back to normal, and Mephismon is about to go sicko on Ruli. And so she evolves Angoromon into Simba Angoromon, and I'm just like, Ruli, do one more. And then the second I think that, she's like, one more time. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
It does 2 right in a row, which we haven't really seen before. We go straight to perfect for the first time, and I love it.
Yeah, she's like, bring out the boy.
She's like, okay, I'm just gonna get a 7-star out on my first turn. Like, don't even fucking worry about it.
I'll just special summon him.
She fucking special summons Blue Eyes White Dragon out immediately.
Yeah.
And I love to see, like, he doesn't, an attack we haven't really seen from him before, I think. I just love to see his little curly tail.
He runs up on Mephismon, breaks his shoulder, and then just says, Ruli won fair and square, which is the literal equivalent of, is this guy bothering you, queen?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then he proceeds to stab him 1,000 times.
Hey, I know this is another fucking digression, but I am just, I can't not think about that one time in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where there was like some space radiation or some shit that was making Kenzan's Dino DNA go sicko mode and turned him completely feral.
Oh, the time where they were getting milked and the waves from getting milked was making him go feral and also Karen going feral, so they had to fight?
This is past where I am, so I'm just going insane right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking about the time where he played his opening move in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But instead of like calling out every one of his moves, he was He was just making dinosaur noises, and then he summons a 7-star on his first turn, and instead of being like, what the fuck is happening to Kenzan? Why isn't he speaking like a human? They're like, wow, feral Kenzan is really strong. Look at that monster he just summoned.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a beautiful, beautiful show that means nothing.
It means everything to me.
I need to catch up. Because they're finally on the non-dubbed season of GX, and that's so exciting.
Season 4 has the most Judai has extreme depression content you will ever see. Just debilitating.
God.
Anyways, Kenzan's great for that. I care him.
I love him. So Piemon is like, okay, I'll honor our deal. I'll turn all these cards back into children. He throws his deck of cards up into the sky, and all the cards, turn back into children who are back in their homes. And then Ruli is like, okay, you have to use normal cards from now on. No more turning people into cards. And Piemon is like, hey, remember what I said about the strongest person making the rules?
That's you.
That's you now. Okay, I agree.
Respect!
He respects women.
She does say humans. So now I'm like, what if he ends up going back to Digimon? Uh-oh.
I mean, you definitely... The thing about this episode is Piemon learned no lessons. He is the same guy going in the episode as he is coming out of the episode.
And I sort of respect them for that.
I know, it's good.
Respect.
Yeah. He's still just saying, like, the person who is best at top decking can do whatever they want.
Top decking sounds like it should mean something else. I'm sorry.
I'm still gonna keep saying it.
That's just a term.
Where's mean things?
Piemon's still right, though.
Sorry, I distracted you.
It's fine, we're all distracting each other with talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
We're all bottom decking here.
Yeah. Piemon is like, I need to go back into the jungles outside of Duel Academy and tear off all my clothes and practice my drawing skills and getting super buff again.
Yeah, but then, like, coming back home, realizing that I can be normal again, and then the next time you see me next season, I will be, like, a feral gorilla man again somehow.
Or he'll get a new fan club that chants his name very coolly whenever he does anything.
Piemon should have the Manjame fan club.
True.
Pay it up. Pay it up.
Fuck off. You can't say PA it up like it's normal.
Oh, God.
If I chant it enough, I can.
Clown it
There
up.
we go.
Clown it
You
up.
could say clown it up. Take me to Clown Town.
It's a clown.
Clown it up. Clown it up.
Take me to Clown Town.
I'm crying. That's how hard I'm laughing right now.
It's about to be silly mode in here.
Fucking something about Insane Clown Posse.
So that's pretty much the episode. Piemon does a funny trick and makes his circus tent and himself and all of his little circus Digimon disappear.
Yeah, incredibly sexy.
Yeah, and then Angoromon gives us the line, games involve luck, but you cannot get the rabbit without jumping into the tent. And Ruli's like, what's that mean? And he says, it means thank you. And
They are so
they do a
cute.
little
It's
smile, and
cute.
it's so super cute. And I say, I wish Angoromon would turn into Lemormon and tell me I could get the rabbit.
I love to see Lemormon. I do. But I also love Angoromon. And I love Simba and Angoromon.
Yeah, I'll take them both is the thing.
They're all lovely.
And Goromon just doesn't have horny vibes to me. I've said this before. The first two evolutions don't have...
Yeah, that's why Angoromon in the streets, Lemormon in the sheets. It's fine.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Simbra Angormon to take home to the parents.
Yeah, I was like, Simba Angoromon has like twink energy. Like he's got a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take him home to the parents because he seems like a respectable gentleman. And they'll be like, oh, wow, what a catch. And then you'll be like, yeah.
I'm with Spike.
Yeah.
I think that he could be a little horny as a treat.
Who, Simbre Angermon? I mean, yeah, it's like that Tumblr sexy man kind of way.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Tumblr sexy man.
I was not aware of Tumblr's sexy man until the queen died, so...
What an incredible way to learn about it. You must explain.
What does that mean?
They're fucking right. Like, I understand exactly what they mean, and I'm still fucking like, wow, English is such a weird language. You can just say whatever you want, and it's right.
People find this episode and like,
my God.
They listen to it and they're like, what does that mean? What happened?
I'm there right now. I don't. How does Queen dying make you aware of Tumblr sex?
Because I saw art.
So, do you know about the whole?
I saw art of Sans Undertale beating up the queen.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's okay. That's fucking right.
Yeah,
okay,
I was like,
now I know what
Sans
you're
winning
talking
and the
about.
Tumblr sexy man thing happened on the same day that Queen Elizabeth died.
Oh, yeah, Sans did beat Reagan Arataka.
Yeah, and there was...
Yeah, God. Toby Fox has to update his Tumblr sexy man fanfiction just with one sentence at the end that is like, and then Sans Undertale shot the queen with a big dragon laser. Sans did his fucking special attack on the queen.
Fucking obliterated.
I love learning about world news through weird cultural things.
What a way to date this episode.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't think I can recover it.
I posted a picture in general with everything that happened on September 8th, 2020, which was 3 days ago. Let's just say what it is. Nothing else is happening today.
No.
Nothing else important. Anyway, let's end this episode.
It was Out of Touch Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, it was Out of Touch Thursday.
Oh, shit. I didn't see any videos of the Queen in Out of Touch Thursday.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Devon, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Groovin' Ghastly. You can find me on other world-renowned podcasts like The Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast, or on such deranged podcasts like Gone Will Hunting, and eventually We Wait Queerbait.
You can find me
That's it.
by following the sound of my cracking bones, which will lead you to @Ereviru on Twitter, which is a great place to interact with me. That's it.
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. Despite not remembering fucking Roswell's name, you can find me on Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast. You can also find me on said Sonic Shuffle that Devon already plugged with our friend Dan, who's been on the show also. I think that's it for me, yeah. Yep.
You can find me on For Affinity with the username Space Robot. I'm taking commissions. You can hit me up about that at spacerobotart@gmail.com or on Discord if you know me there. I'm also on Gone Will Hunting. I'm also on We Rate Queerbait. Once that comes out, you know it. So this podcast is on Twitter at DigiGhostGaze. We've also got a Discord server where you can play Monster Fucker Bingo. You can join us in voice chat on Fridays where we play Smash or Pass, or at least we did once. Who can say if we'll do it again?
We did once.
We did it once. If you go into...
Usually it's just Emery drawing, and it's great to watch, but boy, that was a whole new level.
I really wanted to be there. I'm so sad I fell asleep.
We sure do get up to hijinks over there in that voice chat. We also do Aptly Mondays every Monday, hosted by Teddy or sometimes Spike, where we watch app monsters, and it's also in voice chat, and we say rowdy things and have a good time.
Like we plan going to a Shrek themed rave.
We sure fucking do. So this podcast is part of the NoiseSpace.xyz network. Go to NoiseSpace.xyz and find all sorts of neat podcasts like the aforementioned Pod of Greed. Once again, if you're not listening to Pod of Greed, what the fuck are you doing? It's so goddamn good. Like, Yugioh is unhinged, and you need this podcast to tell you about it.
The hosts are also unhinged about it, and it's great.
You can hear all about the time when Kenzan went nonverbal. You can hear all about Seto Kaiba blowing up an island and curing his mental illness and then dying.
As it should be.
And you can hear about all the shit that happens in GX Season 4 coming up because they just came back. They just ended their hiatus and now they're back with Season 4 of GX, and I'm very excited because it's a good season. Also, Devon and I have guested on that show for Season 3 of GX. I forget, Mark, have you been on it? Have you been on the Pot of Greed?
Yeah, I've been on it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've been on it twice. I don't remember.
Oh shit, I gotta catch up then.
I did it once for Duel Monster, maybe 2 or 3 times, but once at least for Duel Monsters when Joichi dies, and once for each Manjime episode, just like a big one. I don't remember exactly, but I was just like excited to talk about it because I love jazz a lot.
Remember when
idiot.
Remember when Junoichi died? That sure happened.
Remember when Joichi died?
Remember when he came back like an episode later?
He came back sooner than Jesus. Damn.
Junoichi really with those speedrun strats.
I wonder if Pot of Greed might have been on hiatus partially because Kvoth Killer Chronicles came back. And I know Sarah's a... Kvoth Killer isn't a Noise Space podcast, but it is like a part of Good Episode Productions, which is an allied thing. And I know it's got Sarah McCostumes as one of the fucking hosts. So I wonder if maybe that's part of it. You should listen to that too.
I'm very excited to get to the new episode, which just released.
I'm so excited. Me too. I haven't
did it
listened
release?
yet
I'll
either.
have to add it to my list then.
Yeah, so I think that about does it. So until next time, all you poltergeists, ghouls, and non-boonaries.
Wait. Can I offer?
Wait.
What?
Can I offer a little spoiler for next week?
Yes, a small one.
A small one? How small?
Go for it, and we can always cut
Okay.
it if it's too much.
That's all I wanted.
Thank you, Devon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Digimon is for the gays.
Digimon is for the gays.
Digimon is for the gays.
Goodbye, darling.
So behind because I was taking a bath.
Hey, what's that sound I'm hearing underneath the stairs?
I really sprung that one on you without warning. I might edit it to be better. Oh well.